Started yet. I kind of like the pace that we had yesterday, giving those who watch on YouTube a little bit of extra time to ask their questions. We'll also focus on some sports betting as we kick off this Friday. Everybody, you made it to the end of your work week. You made it to the weekend. We have college football tomorrow. We have NFL 2 days from now. You made it. You made it. You're here. Congratulations. If you're watching on the West Coast, okay, you're inching there ever so much, but hope that you're enjoying your Friday wherever you are. Hope you're staying safe. I know there's some crazy weather across the country. Hope everyone's staying safe right now. We obviously, as always, are going to talk a lot of sports, talking fantasy football, sports betting, MLB, final weekend of Major League Baseball, final series for every team across Major League Baseball before we get into the postseason. We will talk some postseason. Who do we like? Who do we not? I also have a rant for you guys about something dirty the Mets did last night to the Miami Marlins. The Miami Marlins, they got sunk by some rain. They didn't like it, and I don't blame them. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But of course, we're also here for all of your fantasy questions, all your sports betting questions, everything you need. Tilly, don't worry, watch it on Twitch. We'll get to you in just a moment. We're going to get to all of your questions again. We're only on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick right now for at least the first, let's say, hour of the show to give you guys that kind of casual, more personal opportunity to get your questions filled in and get them answered. So we are going to get to your questions across YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. But before we do, I do want to make sure that you guys are aware that we are here every single day talking sports, fantasy football, sports betting, every single day across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're subscribing. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick right now, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you're a member of this amazing community that is live every single day. There is not one day we won't be live in 2023, so make sure you join us every single day. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button as well. We really appreciate it, and we love hearing from you guys. So if you ever want to reach out and contact us, let us know what you think of our network, our content, the live shows. We love getting the feedback from you. So hit us up on our website, buttfumblesports.com. Now, let's review how we did yesterday. As always, you can find all of my bets on the SHARPZ app. And yesterday, were we sharp. Blue Jays on the money line. That was a cashing ticket for us. What a wonderful thing. Our SHARPZ play of the day has been scorching hot. Love seeing that. I told you guys I like the Lions on the money line. That was a good play. Early in the week, I took Lions on that cover. So obviously that cashed out as well. But I was a little bit worried about the Packers being a late cover as the line movement went against them. Turns out I should have trusted the line movement. They did not cash. So overall in our game picks, at least early on, we did pretty well. Now, Dodgers ended up losing, so those were two busts right there, unfortunately for us, but Braves. And the Marlins game, like I said, was suspended. They were up 2-1, and the game was suspended due to rain because the New York Mets and their grounds crew played a little sneaky and told the umpires they couldn't get it in when maybe they could have until it really started to downpour. And so now, despite being what should have been in the ninth inning, 2-1 lead for the Marlins, chance to get a very big win for their playoff push. Instead, that game is suspended and might still have to be played at a later date because that's baseball in 2023. Some shady shit from the New York Mets. I hope that was they felt good. I hope that was their biggest win of the year because it was pretty, it was just like low blow, kind of ugly, didn't like it. That said, that game's suspended, so we can't even put a price on that. When it comes to our player prop bets, boy, did we crush it, guys. I mean, we literally crushed it. The only one we didn't get was Luke Musgrave because he got injured. He suffered a concussion, but we cashed on these two. Bang. Jordan Love, thanks so much. We cashed on Hutchinson and Montgomery. Bang. Did really well last night with our bets. You can see overall how they did. Hope you guys are following us. Hope you guys are subscribing. And if you want my bets every single day across TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, you can get my bets every single day. Just DM me on Instagram. ButtFumbleSports on Instagram. DM me. I'll hook you guys up with a link and a referral code that allows you guys to see my bets every single day for free on the SHARPZ app. I connect my sportsbook to the SHARPZ app, so every bet that I make, whether it's for the show or on my own, filters right into the SHARPZ app. You can find every bet I make every single day on there. And as you can tell, we're cooking, folks. We're cooking. That said, that's yesterday's news. You guys don't care about that anymore. That's so yesterday. Who cares about yesterday? That was a Thursday. We're on to Friday feelings. We're on to Friday adventures. So with that said, we're closing out the book on yesterday. See you later, Thursday. It's time to go cash some money either on games tonight or games this weekend. We will be giving out picks for MLB games, college football games, and of course the NFL as well. So hit us up if you guys want some picks throughout the show. But enough of me talking. Let's get to some fantasy football. Let's see what you guys are up for. Tilly, you've been patient. Tilly, thanks so much. Michael Thomas, Godwin, Palmer need two. Tilly, it's really tough because Jameis Winston. Like, that's all I have to say. I'm going to go with Godwin for sure. I lean slightly, I think, towards Palmer right now. I'm not crazy about it, but I'll lean slightly towards Palmer. Just Jameis Winston has me worried, Tilly. Chris Films, do I think Jameson Williams will do good when he's back? Yes, I do. Dude's a speedster. He's got unbelievable ability. I'm big on Jameson Williams. Thought he was a great draft and stash for the Lions. So, Chris, I absolutely think he's someone to pick up off the waiver wire. What's one thing I saw last night? The Lions have weapons. They don't have enough. Reynolds is good. He's not good enough. What Jameson Williams brings is a true burner down the field that's going to open up a lot. I think it's going to help Amon-Ra St. Brown as well. Jorge, thank you for advising me to start Monty instead of Aaron Jones. That's why I'm here, Jorge. That's why I'm here to tell you that the Packers' run defense was bad. David Montgomery was the number one running back. He was going to get the majority of opportunities. I didn't expect him to get as many opportunities as he did. A little surprising even to me. But Aaron Jones, I was on the fence about him. Again, I told you, other than PPR leagues, I was worried about him. And in PPR, he didn't even show up as well. So really disappointing performance by Aaron Jones, even beyond the standards that I had. Chris Films, I'm glad that you're with us today. So happy to have you. JP, if you want to ask about some college football player props, I'm more than happy to answer. But I got to admit, JP, I love scouting college football games for NFL talent. I don't bet college football player props. I don't know the players well enough. I don't know the defenses, the coaches, the assistant coaches, the coordinators, the schemes. I know the NFL at that level. I don't know college. And JP, I would never, ever tell you to make a bet that I wouldn't feel confident in, or one of my team members, someone who works behind the scenes here who knows college football, NASCAR, Formula One, or something else is endorsing. I wouldn't do it, so because I don't have a college football analyst telling me to give out this one or that one, JP, I would never treat your money that way. But if you have a question, I'm more than happy to do my research for you, JP, where we will use Outlier. As you guys know, a great sports betting tool. It's not a sports book, but it is a tool in which you can use, look for data, trends, analytics, stats, to be able to find some of the best bets, whether it's game picks or player prop bets as well. I'm a big fan of Outlier, so make sure that if you do have those questions, JP, feel free to fire away. More than happy to help you on that. Diego Gonzalez, who's the best Texans wide receiver to start right now? I think Nico Collins is the safer one. So when I see best, I usually go with safe. However, Tank Dell is probably the better one to own. You feel like Tank Dell has a lot of upside, but I think Nico Collins is the better one to play right now. I just feel like he's safer. Chris Films, I would pick up Jameson Winston over Rondale Moore. I don't like Rondale Moore. I think Jameson Williams has a lot more value. One's going to be in a top 10, top 7 passing offense. The other one, I certainly don't expect the Arizona Cardinals to be a top 15 offense. So, Ant-Can 111. Ant-Can 111, that's really, really tough for me. I'm going to jump on over. I want to look at something really quick, because I'm curious to know, when it comes to running defenses, where are the Atlanta Falcons versus the Commanders? You see the Commanders, a bottom 10, right on the fringes of it. Falcons, a little bit better. So, given that I already like Swift, given already the fact that I love the offensive line of the Eagles and can 111, I'm going to lean towards Swift. That's as much a data play as much as it is a matchup. Going with the offensive line of the Eagles, love them. But the Commanders have just been giving up more rushing yards. I'll believe in that one. JP, all about it. I was just wondering about Damian Martinez rushing yards. Let's check it out. Damian Martinez rushing yards. And thanks so much, JP, for understanding. Because if I don't value your money, then screw me, right? Because Butt Fumble Sports, we got to care about other people over here. So rushing yards, you see the over-under set at 81.5. The under has a strong implied probability because that Utah defense. That Utah defense, strong implied probability on it. I understand that the trend's on the over. That's what's so interesting on it. Again, with a lack of data. Let's drop it down. Let's look at it in home games. That was against Florida, a good defensive opponent. Kind of interesting. Came last year. The line on this, by the way, was at 83.5 when it opened. Dropped. Kind of interesting there that the line movement there usually mean that's when it's that kind of line movement, it usually means that sharps, kind of the bigger money bets come down on it, and then the public filters it back up over time. So if I'm looking at anything in the line movement, I kind of like the under, if I'm being honest. And I'm purely basing this not on knowing the player or the situation, but just knowing kind of the gambling trends. First of all, the implied probability on here with the algorithms I like, first of all, playing a top defense. When in the last time in these games at home did he play a top defense? Struggled. But even more so, the line movement is actually what gets my attention the most. Opening at 83.5 and having that immediately drop down. Not drop down to 82.5, not drop down to 81, but to drop down to 80.5. To get that kind of line movement over the course of less than 24 hours, JP tells me I like the under because someone in Vegas likes the under. People who know this better than I do, they knew that 83.5 was a good number to take this, and that's why that jump happened. And by the way, am I going to put money on it? No, because I usually don't put money on pure line movement plays. But if we're looking for anything, out of all that we've seen, that is a good note for the under, that actually is the biggest one, and that's the gambling data. Line movement really stands out. So JP, those are my thoughts on it. Wish I could give you more data, but college football just ain't my bag. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. If you guys have fantasy questions, sports betting questions, more than happy to help you out with whatever you need. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick for, let's say, the next 40 minutes. And then I'll let the TikTok audience get in on the fun. I kind of liked what we did yesterday, giving people on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick a little bit more extra attention, the opportunity to ask their questions. I really like the audience on YouTube. By the way, I'm also trying to drive up our viewership on YouTube because we're getting closer every day to meeting our goals over there. So if you guys love the content, make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe. We're probably going to do this most days where we're going to probably have a pre-show show over on YouTube, and then we'll get over into TikTok a little bit later. Again, if you guys have questions, feel free to fire away. Doesn't matter what it is, fantasy football, sports betting, everything that you guys need. Butt Fumble Sports is here for every single day. Yes, we did really well on our bets last night, but we're looking forward to today. MLB actually, a little disappointed in the Dodgers. By the way, we do have a college football pick from our college football analyst that I'm happy to give away, guys. A college football pick from our college football analyst. First one, I gave out these earlier, but our college football analyst, CFB analyst, Tommy Morris, pick. And this one, he is taking NC State +3. NC State +3. So our college football analyst, you can find all of his picks on our website right now, buttfumblesports.com. Really like what he's putting down this week in his picks. So if you want to get all of them, buttfumblesports.com. Go check out his picks. Let's go check out Tommy Morris's article right here. There you go. College football week 5 picks. Go check them out right now. buttfumblesports.com. You can check out Tommy's picks. Tommy, you're doing a great job. Can't wait for people to see your picks and put some money down. And hopefully cash some tickets. Let's go. JP, do you like any early NFL player prop bet lines for the weekend? There were a few that stood out. Interestingly enough, so I wrote down a couple days ago, just during our show, there were a few that stood out to me. Justin Jefferson over 6.5 receptions. CJ Stroud over half an interception. Myles Garrett, TJ Watt over half a sack. And one that I cashed last night, Aiden Hutchinson over half a sack. The over half a sack play has been incredibly lucrative for us. So I would certainly encourage you guys, if you're not already, make sure you guys follow us on the SHARPZ app. DM us on Instagram, ButtFumbleSports on Instagram. I'll hook you up with a link so you can get all of my picks on the SHARPZ app, because our picks for sacks have been fire. They have been fire. Literally, we have not missed yet. So I'm excited about what we've got in that area. And the reason I say that is because it means that the data, the trends, what we're studying is successful. And that's what we care about, finding that good consistency. That's what we care most about. But if you guys want me to do my research on some player props, let me know. JP, I'm more than happy to do some player prop work for you guys, whether it's baseball or the NFL. Just let me know what you guys want me to focus on. More than happy to be at your disposal, but for the next, 25, 30 minutes before the TikTok live audience comes on. Once that TikTok live audience comes on, they're a little bit more rambunctious. They're a little bit crazier, so we got to give them a little bit extra attention. But if you guys watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick right now, if you have sports betting questions for today, tomorrow, Sunday, fire away with them. We're here to help you guys out. JP, I probably should start putting a few of those up on my board since other people are going to ask about them, and we already cashed, so I'll start filtering some of these player prop bets up on the board. As I mentioned earlier, I like CJ Stroud to have that first pick. CJ Stroud over half an interception. Feel like that's coming. Feel like that's coming his way. Hasn't thrown one yet. And the Steelers, I feel like, are going to be able to apply some pressure with their defensive front. Think he's going to force one. That's really what I'm banking on. By the way, the reason that a lot of these aren't, let's see, over half an interception, man, the under's the stronger play. I'm still going to take it. Minus 105 is the best spot to take it. I love it there. I got to admit, I love that play. I think it's going to happen. Another one that I already mentioned, I'll also put this one up on the board. Same game, TJ Watt. TJ Watt's getting a sack. TJ Watt is getting a full sack. Not a half a sack. I'm taking the full sack. 62% implied probability. Yeah, I'll take that. I mentioned to you guys, I'm not always about narratives around a player. Sometimes I think it's a little bit overblown, but J.J. Watt's going to be in the house for this game because he is being inducted into the Ring of Honor by the Houston Texans. Yes, I think T.J. Watt will want to get a sack in front of his brother. I think there is a motivating factor. I don't always believe in those things, but I certainly do for that game. So those are 2 player prop bets, JP, that I've given out so far. I told you I had them before. I'll give out one more. Like I mentioned, it was one that I already had, but I'll add it to the big board so you guys can see it from now on. Where's Myles Garrett? Let's get Myles Garrett over half a sack. Boom. Just taking it and making it. At the minus 175. You know I'm going to parlay TJ and Myles Garrett together. If I like them both, put them together, get some good plus money out of that. So, a couple of player prop bets for you. If you guys have fantasy football questions, sports betting questions, or you guys just want to rant about what's going on in the sports world, feel free to fire away. What's your thoughts on Adam Thielen receiving yards versus this poor Vikings pass defense? Well, Bryce Young's going to be playing, which I certainly think actually helps. I agree with you. I'm kind of interested because there is a revenge factor, speaking of narratives, and then you also have the terrible defense of the Vikings. Interesting, the under is the better implied probability here at 53% as opposed to the over. Under on everything is the better implied probability. Very interesting. Now, I'd actually almost be kind of curious. I'm kind of interested in taking the over on receptions, even at 4.5. I don't like it. I wish it were 3.5. But kind of an interesting play. But I wouldn't take this bet. I just don't trust him. I'd honestly rather have Jonathan Mingo bets or DJ Chark bets, Hayden Hurst bets. I think this is more chasing the narrative. But Adam Thielen, is he going to have separation? Is he going to be able to break away? Maybe he's going to be able to sit down in his zone, get some catches. That's why I like the receptions more. But I'm not crazy about total yardage. With total receiving yards, I wouldn't touch that one. Just looking how the trend has gone, he has cashed in 2 of his first 3 games with the Carolina Panthers. At home, interesting. This is looking at the under, obviously. In his time with the Panthers, it's been a good play, but I'm just not touching it. It's just not a bet that I want. Again, looking at line movement, that kind of jump, that is kind of interesting. Someone thought 59 was too low. So that's an interesting move right there. But it's since come down, kind of fluctuated, so you can tell the public is kind of split on it. People in Vegas, though, they felt like the over might have been a bit better. I'm not touching this one, though. JP, appreciate you firing away with your questions. If you're watching on TikTok, if you're watching on Twitch, Kick, or YouTube, feel free to fire away with your questions. This is your time, giving those who are watching on the other platforms the opportunity to ask the questions, get some advice, get help with their fantasy team. Then we are going to TikTok Live, everybody. We'll stay on here, obviously, but the attention will be a little bit less. Just a smidge. I hope everyone's having a great Friday, no matter where they're watching. So excited. We got some good college football tonight. Got some good MLB tonight. Obviously, we have MLB game picks to give out. Going to hold off on those until the TikTok Live show, though. Do you think Kelsey keeps up his touchdown streak? JP. Taylor Swift's going to be in the house. If Taylor Swift's going to be in the house, you got to take Travis Kelsey. I did a parlay last week. It wasn't a parlay, I shouldn't say, because I didn't parlay it. I had 3 props. I wish I had. But I had 3 player... I guess I didn't because one of them missed. But I had 3 props last week around Travis Kelsey. Over on catches, over on yardage, receiving yards, over on half a touchdown. He cashed on 2 of the 3. He missed the receiving yards by 1.5 yards. It just feels like when your girlfriend's in the house and everybody is watching you, you want to ball out. And maybe the most important thing, and this actually is something I mentioned earlier in the week, Patrick Mahomes he's not Kirk Cousins. He doesn't live in a social media bubble, or he's not away from social media. Patrick Mahomes understands the Taylor Swift effect. And therefore, I think Patrick Mahomes, by the way, and Andy Reid are very aware of the fact that Travis Kelsey's under a spotlight. If Travis Kelsey has a 1-catch, 9-yard, nothing burger of a day, do I think that the world, the country would be disappointed? Yes, and I think Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are very aware of that. Now let's put that on an island. Let's put that like way over here. Then there's Planet Reality, which is the Kansas City Chiefs also need Travis Kelsey anyways. He is arguably the most important receiver to any team in the NFL. I'll say that again. I don't know if there's any team that needs a receiver more than the Chiefs need Travis Kelsey. And I think we learned that earlier this year. He's critical to the offense. So I think he's going to get his catches, whether it's in the red zone or not, whether it's the Taylor Swift effect or not. I think it all just bundles together in a perfect storm. So, with that said, let's go look at Travis Kelsey. Over half a touchdown, 56%. I'm taking it, minus 125. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And would I take the over-under receiving yards? The receptions I'm kind of interested in. I know the implied probability is heavy on the under, and that's because the Jets defense. But that said, I think the over might have a shot. I won't take it, but I'm just thinking about it. Thanks so much for the question, JP. No matter what platform you're watching on, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, fire away with your questions here to help you guys out with all of your sports bets and fantasy football needs. We have just a few more minutes before we will also be live on TikTok, which again is going to add to the chaos. But if you guys want the personal attention, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, now is the time to fire away. Now is the time to get your questions in, because now is the time I'm focused on you. Butt Fumble Sports is live every single day, every weekday at 5 p.m., every weekend at 10 a.m. Make sure you join us every single day across all of our platforms, because that way you never miss a question, never miss advice, never miss a good bet to play. And boy, have we been cashing some bets, folks. We have been en fuego, as they say, south of the border. We have been doing incredibly well, and I am just excited to get into another day of baseball. Not too many days left, at least of regular season baseball, single tier. But football is very much in its full bloom, so excited about it. So excited about it. Okay, if you guys don't have any more questions on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, we will let the TikTok audience out of the cage and into the show. So last chance, everybody, if you guys have questions across YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, fire away. Algier, over 8.5 rushing yards, or over 8.5 rushing attempts. At first blush, I kind of like this one, because I kind of like Algier this week. So let's look at it. You're asking about on rushing attempts. 8.5. Oh, it's not up yet. Don't have it yet. So there's no sports book that has it. So I'm not seeing it yet. JP will have to check it. Isaac Fred, fire away. This is your chance. If you are watching right now on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, ask your question now. It's going to get a lot harder in a couple of minutes. Tua or Fields? Great question. I'm actually going to lean slightly towards Tua, and here's why. Hear me out on this for a second. Fields is a popular play because he's going up against the Broncos. However, the loss of the safety for the Buffalo Bills is devastating to their defense, especially in pass defense. Waddle coming back. I don't think that the Miami Dolphins are going to go into a shell right now. I think they're going to look to throttle down and really press the issue with the Buffalo Bills and kind of assert themselves as the best team, not only in the division, but in the conference. So I look for Tua to be attacking. I actually like Tua more than I like Fields, only because, again, Fields could have a great game running the ball. Do I trust his arm at any point in that one? And at some point, he's going to have to make a throw. So Isaac Fred, I'm going to go with Tua over Fields in what may not be a popular pick on other networks, but I feel good about. As for Ayuk and Calvin Ridley, I'm going to lean slightly towards Ayuk. I've been going back and forth on this one throughout the week, but given that Deebo Samuel is banged up, I actually think that elevates Ayuk to greater value. So I think Ayuk is now kind of on that wide receiver one value level. He's going up against the Cardinals. They don't have any corner that's as good as A.J. Terrell. So I'm going to lean towards Ayuk in that one, Isaac Fred, just by a little bit. Thanks so much for the question. Feel free to fire away. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, this is your opportunity. Fire away with those questions. Isaac Fred, great minds, great minds. JP, yeah, Prize Picks, gotcha. JP, are you in California? Are you in a Prize Picks only state? If so, lo siento. Hurts rushing touchdown. Hurts rushing touchdown. You gotta like it at this point. It's so consistent. Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown. Let's just look into the stats. Over half a touchdown, minus 120, great implied probability. Look at how consistent this is. 8 out of the last 10. Interestingly enough, let's take a look over the 2022 season. Against Washington, he got one. Against Washington, at Washington, he didn't. So kind of interesting. When he was at Washington, he didn't get it. When he was at home against Washington, he did. Does it mean anything? I don't know. He's at home for this one. You just see also the consistency of how towards the end of the season, it really became that much more popular. I would take it, and it's not always the brotherly shove. It's not always the tush push. He could just get out and scramble and run. So I like this one overall. It's just a part of his game. It's definitely a bet that I'm going to go with. At this point, you got to feel good about it. Jalen Hurts, over half a touchdown. You know what? This has almost reached that point where if you take it every week blind, even the weeks you don't, if you just take it the next week and you keep, probably, by the way, if you do it in the way where you like double down, and that kind of like if you lose this week on it, if you double down on it next week, if you then triple down on it the following week, if it doesn't happen, it's gonna cash. It's too good a bet for it not to cash in terms of consistency. So that's one of the ideas I have. Oh, JP. JP, when's Florida gonna be a pro sports betting? I feel like that's just around the corner for Florida. By the way, Florida's hilarious. Florida's like you can own a gator, but you can't place a bet. Hilarious. Hilarious, Florida. If you guys have questions about fantasy football, sports betting, DFS, anything, and you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, this is your time. Final few minutes before we let the TikTok audience out of the bag. So make sure you guys are asking your questions now. Final few minutes where you get this only child attention. Because we're about to have a TikTok baby, and it's going to be crying and pooping, and I'm going to have to take care of it, and you're just going to have to be a latchkey kid. You're just going to have to take care of yourself a little bit over here on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So, I hope you guys... Oh, I just screwed up. I hope you guys are hitting up that... comment section with questions. I just blew up my screen, so it's probably a good thing that I got to fix this. And let's get back to Butt Fumble Sports. And let's get back to Outlier. And let's get our picks back up here. Right back where we were. Appreciate all of you guys being with us. Make sure you are with us every single day, because we are live every day. That way you never miss a show. So if you hit that subscribe button, you hit that follow button, you never miss a show that we have every day. Very interesting. I heard Hard Rock could launch here in the next month or two. JP, it's about damn time. I mean, it is so overdue. So happy that that's finally going to be the case. Especially for all of those... Florida has some great sports fans. You know that they want to get in on some action, whether it's college football, NFL, NBA with the Heat. Let's go. And the Magic, Okay, guys. Any more questions across YouTube, Twitch, or Kick? This is your moment. Fire away. Any more questions on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick? Final moments to ask your question before we let the TikTok audience onto the show. How about that? Any more? Going once, going twice, and we are going opening up the TikTok audience, everybody. It was fun. It was fun while it lasted. The lack of chaos was fun while it lasted, folks. But here we go. Buckle up. We're about to get into the comment section of TikTok Live, answering all of your fantasy football questions, sports betting questions every single day. It is so wonderful to have you with us across all of our platforms now. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Welcome to the Butt Fumble Sports Daily Show. Friday, you made it, everybody. You made it to the end of your work week. You made it to the end of what was a long week between football. But there's college football tomorrow. There's college football tonight. There's NFL on Sunday. You made it, everybody. You made it. Congratulations. You did it. And now your reward is sports betting. is fantasy football, is DFS. So make sure you throw your questions and comments in the comment section. Make sure you're asking them. We're here to help you guys out. Let's get fired away. Let's get going. Colton, yo, what's good? Great to see some subscribers in here right away. Paul, trade Robinson for Breece Hall. No, Paul, I would not do that. Curve M, James Cook for Josh Allen. I'd rather have Josh Allen. So if you're acquiring Josh Allen, I'd be okay with it, Curve M. Great to have you watching the show right away. Colton traded Palmer and Downs for Jacoby Myers. Not terrible. Not bad. Pretty good. I like it, Colton. Scott, would you trade Montgomery for Waddle? Right now, absolutely. I'd rather have Waddle, especially in a PPR. Milo, Ford or Swift? I'd rather have Swift this week. Milo, I'm going to lean towards Swift just barely. I like them both. Patrick VC just got offered Swift and Waddle for Pollard. I think you're giving up a little bit too much, Patrick VC. Don't underplay the value of Swift on his own. Jaden Reed is him. Is he? He did okay. Like, is he him? Is he? I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody right now in that Packers offense who's him after watching that game last night. Garrett Wilson for Stevenson. I'd rather have Stevenson, Curve M. I'd rather have Stevenson. Lewis Beast, rate my team. Tua, Mostert, Ford, Dobbs, Thielen, Freiermuth, Higgins, 49ers defense, and Koo. I like the team overall. You might be a little bit loaded on the Dolphins, not necessarily this week, but moving forward. But I like the team overall. Damian Lopez, I'd go with Amari Cooper. Damian Lopez, I'd go Amari Cooper. This is how we're going to do things today, guys. If you guys need help with any of your fantasy football teams, fire away with your questions. But of course, we are also here to give out some sports bets. So if you guys want help with your bets tonight, if you want my favorite picks for the night, hit that like button. Every time, how are we going to do this? Let's go every time. We'll do it differently. We're going to do every time we hit our live goal, we're going to give out a pick. Every time we hit our live goal, we're going to give out a pick. Could be college football, could be NFL, could be MLB, game total, player prop, anything. When we hit our live goal every time, we'll give out a pick. Okay? Every time we hit, we're going to go with 10,000 likes. At 10,000 likes, I'm going to do a rapid fire. We are going to be answering questions of those who contribute to the show. Those that follow, I'm going to be focusing on those who have that little icon next to their name as someone who contributes. So that's how we're going to do things. JP, have a great night as well. Brian, because you contributed, let's get to your question. Kamara or ETM? Ooh, really quick, I actually want to look up something. We talked about this a little bit earlier in our warm-up show. I want to look up NFL team stats really quickly. And I want to look at defensive stats, and specifically against the run. Against the run. You're asking about the Bucs, and you're asking about the Falcons. The Bucs have actually been a better defense, only allowing about 100 yards per game. I'm going to go with ETN. Brian Gustafson. I'd go with ETN. Forgive me for butchering your name right there. Appreciate you guys being with us. Josh Waldrip. I'm going to lean slightly, just slightly, I think towards Calvin Ridley. It's super close, but maybe just barely. We also, if we have our moderators, feel free, moderators, to pin those chats, pin those comments. Our moderators standing by. Man, Mr. Nice Guy, if there were two players that should be pissed right now, it's Jahmyr Gibbs and Aaron Jones. Because, like, why weren't they involved more? Both of them should have been involved more. Keeping track of your fantasy questions. Brandon Jane, Ford or Stevenson? I'd go with Ford this week. Brandon Jane, I'd go with Ford this week. I prefer Ford just barely. George Savman. Which running back should I aim to get if I have Rachaad White package? You're not getting much with a Rachaad White package. Yeah, you're not upgrading much. Maybe you can get someone to give you Ford. That might be an upgrade right there. Again, guys, when we hit our live goal, every time we hit our live goal today, I'm going to give out an MLB, NFL, or college football game pick. When we hit 10,000 likes, I'm going to answer everybody's question in a rapid fire. Until then, I'm going to be focusing on those who contribute to the show. Patrick VC, then I love it. If you're getting Swift and Waddle, I love it. Patrick VC, love the trade. Patrick VC, love the trade then. Colton, would you do Javonte, Njoku, and Bourne for Swift? The answer is yes. Colton, I think it sounds like you're giving up too much, but the value of Swift as a running back right now, I think is greater than any of those three. Javonte could have a good game this week, but that said, combined, I think Swift's better. Brian, we got you. Appreciate you being a part of the show. Anthony Otis, I made that trade, Jamar Chase for Philly defense. Thanks for the break. Anthony Otis, love it. Appreciate it. Glad that you're with us again today. Rihanna, thanks so much for supporting the show. I want to find your question, Rihanna. That way I can answer it. Focusing on those who contribute to the show right now. Once we hit 10,000 likes, I'll do a rapid fire through everybody's question for 10 minutes. So if you don't want to contribute to the show, tap that screen. Trade Ford and Sanders for Swift. Rob, I would do that. Rob, I would do that deal. Yep. And again, when we hit our live goal, I'll give out a pick. So plenty of things to keep you guys active throughout the show. Brent, let's go. Great to have you with us, Brent. Brent, I'm going to ask you to help as a moderator. If you could, if you see someone who's contributed to the show, someone that's a subscriber, someone that just followed, if you could help me pin their tweet, and that way I can make sure I answer everyone's question who's contributing and be helpful. J Money 239, trade away Gibbs, not yet. I still believe in him. I still think he has value. They're just being way too careful. Garrett Westenberg, I think Fields probably is the safest bet out of that group, Garrett Westenberg. It's a little crazy to think it, but... IP Shade 45's in the house. IP Shade 45, what's good? Hope you're having a great day, IP Shade 45. For all those that are watching, just a reminder, the way we're going to do things today, when we hit 10,000 likes, we're going to do a rapid fire through everybody's questions. Moderators, thanks for helping me out until then. Willie, do you think Justin Herbert will keep up the production after the Mike Williams injury? This week he will. Willie, this week he's going to have a good game. Thanks so much, Josh. Willie, this week I really like him. So there you go, Willie. I would go with Justin Herbert this week. Thanks so much for the question, Willie. Really appreciate it. Oh, you guys crushed it. We hit our live goal. I guess we got to give out some picks. Let's go, everybody. First pick that we're going to give out today. First pick that I'm going to give out. Let's go to the MLB. I'm going to take the Dodgers on the money line. Dodgers on the money line, everybody. Dodgers on the money line's the bet that I'm going to go with. I will take them against the Giants. Dodgers on the money line. I'm getting that at minus 140. So the first bet we gave out, we hit our live goal. Thank you guys, everybody, for helping us out with our live goal. Because we hit that, we give out a pick every time we do that. We're just going to set it up all over again. You guys can get as many picks as you want today. We're firing away with them. Jake, should I trade Jacobs? If yes. See, the problem is, Jake, I think Jacobs has a good week this week. I think he still has some value over time. So I'm not going to move on him too quick. Tony Smith, thanks for the Montgomery pick yesterday. Tony, so glad you cashed on it. We did really well on our player prop bets last night. The only one that didn't cash was Musgrave, and the dude suffered a concussion. Like, I can't get upset with him. We cashed on Jordan Love over 19.5 completions. Jordan Love over half an interception. Aiden Hutchinson over half a sack, over half an assist on a tackle. We also had under 6.5 receptions for Amon-Ra St. Brown. We had David Montgomery over on rushing yards and anytime touchdown. It was a good day. If you guys want all of my bets every single day, no matter the day, make sure you DM me on Instagram. Make sure you DM me on Instagram. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. DM me. I'll hit you up with a referral link, referral code, and a link. And that way you can literally get every bet that I make every day. Baseball, NFL, college football, they're all there. That said, when we hit our live goal, I'll give out some more picks for today at least. Moderators, if you could help me pin some of our followers and our subscribers, I'd appreciate it. Josh Waldrop, you might have answered that already, but I lost connection. Josh, I'm leaning slightly towards Ridley. Josh, just barely. I don't feel great about it, Josh, but I'll lean slightly towards Ridley. I don't feel good about it, though. I'll admit that. Arctic Tiger. Keenan Allen, Arctic Tiger. Kyle Bond, I'd go Atwell. Kyle Bond, I'd go Atwell, especially in a PPR. Kyle Bond, Atwell. Thanks so much for the question, Kyle. Really appreciate you. John, 24, should I trade Puka for Waddle? Yeah. John, 24, 1-3. I'd do it as soon as you possibly could. Doc McLovin, I'm going to start Mostert. And I'm just going to think that the Cowboys defense is going to be better this week against the run. I think that Mostert is going to continue to find lanes because the defenses have to respect the pass. So I'll go Mostert. Thanks so much for the question. At 10,000 likes, we will answer everybody's question in a rapid fire. So if you don't want to subscribe, if you don't want to hit the gifts, if you don't want to contribute to the show, just tap the screen. Josh Waldrip, I'd go Ridley just barely. It's very close though. Navi Z Baby. Should I trade Gibbs and Geno for DK and Roshan? The answer is yes, but it's not as great as you want it to be. Jake, if I can get Swift for Jacobs and Nico Collins, would you do that or hold Jacobs? I think you're giving up a little bit too much value, Jake. I think we're seeing Nico Collins is maybe more valuable than people expected. I think Jacobs still has value. So I would ask for Swift plus something just to see if I could get a little bit more out of the deal. That's how I'd approach it. Thanks so much for the question. One more. Madison or Kamara? Kamara. Alexander Madison, I'd go Kamara. Brian, I'd go Kamara. Appreciate the question. Thanks so much, IP Shade, for handling those moderator duties. You're doing a great job. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you hit the follow button. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure you hit that follow button. We're live every single day answering your fantasy questions, sports betting questions, everything you need. So make sure you hit that follow button every single day. That way you never miss a show. You get our advice. I'm always here for you guys, so hit that follow button. That way you never miss the content and the conversation. Don Lou, I traded Cook and McLaurin for A.J. Brown. Boom! That's a good trade, Don Lou. I like that trade a lot. Really like it. Liz, great to have you with us. Thanks so much, Liz. When we hit our live goal, we're going to give out another pick for you guys. And when we hit 10,000 likes, we'll do a rapid fire. Daniel F. Devontae for ETN and CeeDee Lamb. If I'm getting ETN and CeeDee Lamb, yes, Daniel F. do that trade incredibly fast. ETN and CeeDee Lamb, great value. Will Najee Harris bounce back? No. The answer is Najee's kind of cooked. Pat, Nico Collins, Wilson, or Addison? I would fade Garrett Wilson. I would go Nico Collins and Addison. Duffelbag, thank you so much. Really appreciate the support you show us. Duffelbag, you're one of our most loyal viewers. You're awesome. Thanks so much for supporting the show the way you do. And thanks for pinning that, guys. I love hearing from the support. I love hearing from the audience. Good and bad. You can throw up bad ones. I'm okay with that too. Braden, should I start Achane, Swift, or Cook? I'd start Swift. Braden, with the airplane, I'd go with DeAndre Swift. Thank you so much for the question. Hope you're a follower. Appreciate you guys being with us. Feel free to fire away if you have sports betting questions as well. We will give out a pick when we hit our live goal. When we hit our live goal, we'll give out another pick. Alexander traded Devontae for A.J. Brown and Mark Andrews. I already have Kelsey, but can flip Andrews. I mean, yeah, I don't understand the 2-for-1 swap when Devontae... A.J. Brown is a better... I would rather have A.J. Brown than Devontae Adams right now. I just would. He's going to be in a better offense. He's going to get more opportunities with single coverage. I just like him a lot more. So the fact you're getting a great tight end as well, stupid. Amazing. Love it. Mr. Nice Guy, sit one. I would sit Achane, and this is why. I think he may be used, but I also think that with Waddle back, you don't know what the touches are going to be. Let's give it another week. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more feel. It's not a great matchup as well on the running side. So, Mr. Nice Guy, I'd start Pacheco. I'd start Ingram. It's Achane who'd probably be the odd man out. Appreciate the question, Mr. Nice Guy. Yes or no, I can Kelsey, Myers, and give up Diggs. I'd rather have Kelsey and, no, I'd rather have Diggs, Jones, Henry, and Palmer. For the rest of the season, I would rather have Diggs, Jones, Hunter Henry, and Josh Palmer. Opinion on Derrick Henry, I think he's going to have a good week this week. Good week this week. Half tree, I would lean slightly towards Puka, I think. Just barely. Half tree, it's really tough, but I think Puka could have his last really big week. I like A.J. Brown more. I don't like Devontae Smith more. When we get up to 10,000 likes, we'll do a rapid fire through your questions, whether you've contributed or not. Brian Robinson or Breece Hall, I go Brian Robinson. And again, when we get up to our live goal, 100 roses, we'll give out another MLB pick. So if you want another MLB pick, we will give that out at 100 roses. At 10,000 likes, we will do a rapid fire through your questions. Doc McLovin, should I start Myers over Olave or Ayuk? Brandon Ayuk. Doc McLovin, you got to start Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk. Thanks for the question. Peyton, I'd sit Mixon. Peyton, I'd sit Mixon. I hate Mixon this week. Thoughts on Jamison Williams as a waiver pickup? Jake, do it right now. I love it. I love it. I think he's got great value. Okay, guys, we just hit 10,000 likes. So if you're ready to rock, we are going to put this into hyperdrive. I'm going to answer all of the questions, whether you hit the follow button, whether you subscribe, whether you've contributed to the show. It doesn't matter. For the next 10 minutes, so at 5:10 we'll stop. For the next 10 minutes, we will be doing this rapid fire. Make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're with us every day. If I answer your question, make sure you're a follower. And we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. You dig, I'd go Sanders over Mixon. You dig, I'd go with Sanders over Mixon. Braden with the plane, I'd go Swift over Kamara. Braden with the plane, I'd go Swift over Kamara. Andre TMC, I'd go with Ford, believe it or not. I'd lean towards Ford, better matchup. Jeff Hatridge. Traded Puka and Roshan Johnson for Laporta and Watson. Did I win? If you're getting Laporta and Watson, Jeff Hatridge, you won the trade. If you got Laporta and Watson, you definitely won the trade. Eli, Brian Robinson or Matt Breida? Eli, I'd go Brian Robinson. Devin, Watson or Stafford this week? Ooh, really tough for me. Devin, I'm going to lean slightly, I think, towards Stafford. It's close, but I'll lean towards Stafford barely. D, McLaurin, Tutu, Kirk in a PPR. I'm going to go Christian Kirk. D, it's close, but I'll lean towards Christian Kirk. Josh Dixon, Atwell, Thielen, or Flowers at the flex. Josh Dixon, I'm going to go Zay Flowers. Ruben HDZ. I'll go Tank Dell. I like Jalen Warren, but I think Tank Dell has better pop potential. I'm 0-3. Should I trade Christian McCaffrey for Walker and Ayuk? No. Believe in Christian McCaffrey. Liz, great to see you. Great to have you as a part of the show every day, Liz. Matt G, my running backs are Mostert, Moss, Kamara, or Dell in the flex. I'm going to lean towards Kamara in the flex just barely. Brian, Garrett Wilson, or DJ Moore? I'd go DJ Moore just for this week. Jalen, Andrews for Hawkinson. Who wins the trade? I think it's Hawkinson. I think Hawkinson's just been in the better passing offense. I think Kirk Cousins uses him better. I think I'd rather have Hawkinson over Andrews, Jalen. I think Hawkinson is arguably the number 2 tight end in the NFL. Outside of Travis Kelce, obviously. Let's zoom on down. C. Parsons, 020. C. Parsons. I'd go with Flowers for the flex. Yep, C. Parsons, 020. I'd go Flowers for the flex. User 26. Between Stevenson and Kamara, it's very close for me. I might lean slightly towards Stevenson, only because I don't trust Jameson enough. I like Kamara on one level, not maybe on another. No, I take it back. I take it back. Zeke's going to get too many touches. I'll go Kamara. User 26, I'll go Kamara. I'll go Kamara. Jonathan Leon. Jonathan Leon. I'm going to go James Cook. Jonathan, I got to go James Conner. I'm flip-flopping on this one, but James Conner showing me that if you just plug him in, he's consistent. He's just a rock-solid play. So I'm going to go with James Conner, Jonathan. Flip-flopping on it, but James Conner would be the play. Edgar Rosales. Edgar Rosales. I'm going to go with Adam Thielen, believe it or not. Mikhail. Taysom Hill. Oh, you jumped on me, Mikhail. I'll find you in a bit. Tutu, Madison, or Dell. I'll go Tutu. Diego, 1629. I'll go, believe it or not, I'll go Russell Wilson. I can't believe I'm saying it. Domo, I'd go T. Higgins. Domo, I'd go Higgins over Evans. I'm just goated. Should I fall for it and play Kelly again? No, you shouldn't. Daniel F. Hunter Henry, Dotson, Hopkins, Eagles defense for CeeDee Lamb, and the Cowboys defense. Yes, I would make that trade. Daniel F., I would make that trade. I wish you weren't giving up the Eagles defense, but I get it. Matthew Wilkins, what do I get for Hopkins? A lot. Thanks for helping me with my live goal, guys. We'll give out a pick in just a minute. I'd go Elijah Moore over Hopkins. Clo, I'd go Pacheco. CLO, Clo, I'd go with Pacheco. Thielen or Sutton. Shelton Bonner, I'd go Cortland Sutton. Hoyt Stewart, I'd go Anthony Richardson. Richardson's going to play. I'd go Anthony Richardson. Rami K. I'm going to lean slightly towards Kyron Williams. It's not a huge play, but I'll lean slightly towards Kyron Williams. We have 5 more minutes left of rapid fire, everybody. Ian, I'd go Nico Collins. Nico Collins over Tank Dell. Hunter, Connor or Moss? Hunter, I would go with Moss. I'd go Moss. William McLean, I'd go Stevenson. Dylan is chillin'. Do I give Fields another chance? Yes. Over Stroud this week. Yes, I'd rather have Fields. Dak or Burrow this week? Matt, I'd go Burrow. Burrow is the better play this week over Dak. Burrow over Dak. Lawrence over Stroud. Garrett Westenberg, I'd go with Trevor Lawrence. I know some people are fading him, but I would set up, I would go with Trevor Lawrence. Just, I feel like there's a breakout game in his future. I hope it's this week. Deshaun Watson playing? I think so. Let's see. Let's zoom on down. Answer more of your questions. Dave, should I trade Mixon for Evans? I have Etienne and Jacobs. Yes. Yes, I would. Dave, yes, I would. Brian, Purdy or Lamar Jackson? Brian, I'd go Purdy. Brian, I'd go Brock Purdy. Super Pants, I'd go Brandon Ayuk. I'd go Ayuk probably one. It's close. I might go Mostert 1. Super Pants, I'd go Mostert 1, Ayuk 2, Kirk 3. I like all 3, really. Josh traded Higbee and Mostert for Connor and Andrews, win or lose. I'd rather have Higbee and Mostert. I actually think it's a very fair trade, actually, now that I look at it. It's a pretty fair trade. I think it's fair. I don't know if there's necessarily a winner or a loser. I flip-flop. I kind of like both sides. Brendan Northern, I don't only answer gifters right now. When we do our rapid fire, it's for everybody. So every time we do a rapid fire session, everybody can ask their questions. So Brendan Northern, it's when we are not in a rapid fire mode, but we're in rapid fire mode right now. Andre, TMC, I'd go Zay Flowers. Dom G4X, I'd go Tua. Dom G4X, I'd go Tua. Dylan, Ridley for Kamara, yes. Yes, Dylan, I do the trade. Darren Stratton, I'd go Herbert. Tom Luckman, I'd go Stafford over Jones. Brad S, I'd go with the Dallas defense. I'd go with the Dallas Cowboys defense. D, I'd go Zach Moss. Daniel F., I'd go Joe Burrow over Geno. Daniel F., I'd go Joe Burrow over Geno. Joanna, I'd go Hurts over Tua. Joanna, I'd go Hurts over Tua. Carter Newman, do I sell Mike Evans? I wish you had another wide receiver right now, but the answer is you could pick one up, so yes, if you wanted to move on from him, I get it. Noah, I'd go Judy. I'd go with Judy. Cabs, I'd go with Collins. I'd go with Collins, but it's closer than we think. Edgar, I'm going to lean slightly towards Dameon Pierce. I'm going to go with Dameon Pierce. John, I'd go with Waller. I'd go Waller over Ingram. Do I trade away Breece Hall? Jason, yes, I would. I would trade away Breece Hall. Jeremy, do I trade Love for Lawrence? Yes, I would. Chris, Jacobs for Alvin Kamara. Chris, yes, I like that trade. Kamara for Jacobs, I'd do it. Where I'm getting Kamara. Davey, start Miles Sanders or D-Hop in my flex. Davey, I'll start Sanders. I'll start Miles Sanders over D-Hop. Topher, I'd go George Pickens over Lamb, believe it or not. Topher, I'll go Pickens over Lamb. Tua or Fields. Zeb, I'm going to lean slightly towards Tua. I just trust him a little more. Tutu or Tank Dell, I would start Tutu. Treeb, I'd start Tutu. Joel, I'd go with Mike Evans. Spencer Niles, is Gibbs train over? I'm still keeping him. I'm still believing in him. So, I'm not completely done with him. Who should I start out of Atwell, Addison, or Pickens for my 2 flex spots? I'd start Pickens and Addison. Guys, we've hit 5:10, so the rapid fire session is over. When we hit 25,000 likes, we'll do another rapid fire session. For now, if you guys contribute to the show, we'll look for your questions. Moderators, help me out. Moderators, if you see someone who's contributed to the show, pin their tweet. Moss or Puka, I'd go Moss. Marlon Romero, I'd go Moss. Thanks so much for the question. I also owe you guys some picks. We have a MLB game pick to give out. We're going to give out that MLB game pick as well because we hit our live goal. The next MLB game pick that I'm going to give out is also going to be my Sharps play of the day. My Sharps play of the day, everybody. And I want to make sure it's available where I saw it at the same line. My Sharps play of the day, everybody, involves the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks on the money line, everybody. That's going to be my Sharps play of the day, is Diamondbacks on the money line. If you guys want my bets every single day, whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, you can get all of my bets every single day. Just DM me on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. Just DM me on Instagram, and I will share that referral code with you guys. So DM me on Instagram, Buttfumble Sports on Instagram. I will share the referral code. You can get every bet that I make every single day. That way you never miss a pick. All of my bets are free. They're on the SHARPZ app. The SHARPZ app connects to the sportsbook, so every bet that I make literally automatically filters right into SHARPZ. That way you literally never miss a bet. When we hit our live goal, we will do another pick. Josh, would you give up Derrick Henry and Puka to acquire Eckler? No, I don't think so. I'm a little concerned about Eckler. He's missing this week. Austin Eckler is out this week. His value now is kind of fading a little bit over the course of the season. Posty, I'd go Watson. Thanks so much for the question, Josh. Thanks for the question, Posty. Fizz, I'd go Judy. Fizz, 909, I'd go Judy. Thanks for the question, Fizz, 909. Garrett Westenberg, if I go with Stroud, do I play Dell or Pittman? I'd rather go with Pittman. Garrett Westenberg, I'd start Pittman. Again, if you contribute to the show, our moderators will pin your tweet. That way we can answer it right away. When we hit 25,000 likes, we'll do another rapid fire so all of you guys can ask your questions and get them answered. So make sure you guys are tapping that screen or contributing. Let's find Ryan Lowe's question to our moderators out there. Wine Country Dent Repair. Wine Country Dent Repair. I love it. With Williams out, would Palmer be a good option? The answer is he's an okay option, but I actually looked at some stats earlier this week, and he's actually one of those players that plays better when he's in there, when Mike Williams is actually on the field. So believe it or not, it's one of the reasons I kind of like Quentin Johnston more season long. I like Palmer this week. I like Quentin Johnston the remainder of the year. Thank you, Wine Country Dent Repair, for the question. Really appreciate your support. Great having you with us. Balls deep. What can I get for Derrick Henry? I think his value's a tick down, but I still think you can get a top wide receiver, maybe like a Calvin Ridley. Maybe you could package 2 wide receivers, like a Watson and a Drake London. Maybe you can get a little nuts. So balls deep. I think you can certainly push the envelope a little bit. Appreciate all those who have hit the follow button. If you haven't done so already, hit that follow button. Just incredible. Just incredible. Not missing your question this time. I'd go Stevenson, and I'd go Roschon Johnson. It seems like he's getting a few more touches, I think. It's close. But Stevenson and Roschon Johnson, just incredible. Thanks for the question. Yeah, Ryan Lowe. Liz is looking for you. Oh my God. Wow. Shocking news. The Giants have fired Gabe Kapler. Wow. I react. Gabe Kapler, I've had the good fortune of working with him when I worked at Fox. Wow. I think the world of Gabe Kapler. Incredibly intelligent. I'm really surprised. Breaking news. Wow. Gabe Kapler fired by the San Francisco Giants. Did not expect that news. I don't want to... Wow. I'm really surprised. I thought that he kept that team competitive. I didn't think that team was that good, and I thought that team outperformed itself. Like, wow. Wow. I think Gabe Kapler is a really good manager. I think that is a bad firing. I am surprised. There might be some internal dispute between him and front office if that's the case. Liz, way to be in charge. Thanks so much, Liz. Liz is doing a great job as one of our moderators. Really appreciate you, Liz. Doing a great job. Feel free to fire away with your sports betting questions, your DFS questions, your fantasy football questions. Here to help all of you guys out. Vikings minus 4.5, Panthers plus 5.5, plus 4.5. Where you come out? I like Vikings minus 2.5. I like Panthers plus 5.5. I'll put it that way. I'd rather have the Vikings if I had to take the line. I'd rather have the Vikings, but I don't feel great about it. Trade Evans for Smith. Carter Newman, yes I would. Carter Newman, yes I would. Oh, the SHARPZ play of the day is written in the wrong spot. Thank you so much. You guys are on top of it. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. You're looking out for me. Nick, is Taylor playing in week 5? TBD. He'll be back, whether he's playing or not. Really tough. Ryan Lowe, no one sees my comments? I do now. So write your question, Ryan. Now that I can see it, write your question right now. We are on the lookout for it, Ryan. We are looking for it, Ryan. LF. DJ Moore, yes. I like DJ Moore this week. F, yes. Ryan Lowe, thanks for your patience. I traded Bijan and Wilson for Eckler and Pittman. I like the trade. Ryan. If you're getting Eckler and Pittman, I like the trade. Yes, Bijan is the best player in that one right now, but I think he's going to hit a rookie wall. Eckler and Pittman, I like the trade. Ryan N. Ranked for this week, I'd go Pickens 1, Myers 2, Tank Dell 3. Ryan N. Pickens 1, Myers 2, Tank Dell 3. Thanks so much for supporting the show. At 25,000 likes, we will do another rapid fire session. At 25,000 likes, we will do another rapid fire session. So if you guys don't want to contribute to the show, if you want to get your question answered right away, tap the screen. Let's get up to 25,000 likes. We'll do another rapid fire session for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. By the way, when we hit our live goal, I'll give out another pick. When we hit our live goal, I'll give out another pick. And I will give out a pick for college football. A college football pick. College. We will give out that pick when we hit our live goal. Willie, it's close. I'm not as crazy about it as others are. The answer is yes, Willie. It's a good trade. but maybe in the long term it isn't. For now it is. 3D Designs and Solutions. I would have Palmer this week, Quentin Johnston season long. If you're looking rest of season, I'd rather have Quentin Johnston 3D Designs and Solutions. Quentin Johnston rest of season is the player I prefer. Thank you so much for the question. Thanks so much for contributing to the show. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure that you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you're following. Really cool toys. I'd rather have Achan. Oh, paused. I'd rather go with Achan this week. Appreciate all those who are with us. Make sure you're hitting that follow button. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. We're live every single day. You never want to miss the conversation. You never want to miss our comments. So make sure you're hitting that follow button. Oh my God, it happened again? Pause. I hate that thing. I don't know why it does that. Moderators, feel free to pin some comments. I'm just screwing around trying to fix this thing. There we go. 25,000 likes for the next rapid fire. Thanks, Liz. 25,000 likes for the next rapid fire. And when we hit our live goal, I'll give out another pick. This one's going to be college football, everybody. A college football pick coming at you the moment that we get up to our live goal. So when we get all those roses. So make sure that we hit that live goal, folks. Junior, I'll go Olave. Balls deep. Thanks for supporting the show. 80% there. Lexi Olivia. I'd rather have Henry and DK. Those would be the two I prefer. Again, our college football pick will be next. Henry and Flowers for Eckler. I'd rather have Henry and Flowers. Balls deep, I'd rather have Henry and Flowers. So that's where I come out on that one. Balls deep, I'd rather have Henry and Flowers. We do have some picks to give out once we hit our live goal, so inching ever closer to that live goal. Make sure you hit it. I'm even getting my notes ready so I can see which one I'm going to go with. I don't like that one. Let's go with this one. Okay. Oh, we just did our live goal. Great job. Landon, I'd go Zeke. I'd go with Zeke. Landon Wilson, I'd go with Zeke. I think he has a bounce back performance. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're hitting that follow button, everybody. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. We are live every single day, so hit that follow button, everybody. Hit that follow button. That way you do not miss our show. Every single day we are live. Okay, next pick we are giving out. Florida Gators, Kentucky Wildcats. A battle in the SEC. It means more because it's the SEC. Looking at the total, I like the under. I like the under at 44.5. I would take the under at 44.5. But I'm also going to look for alternative lines because you know how Butt Fumble Sports does. Kentucky, under 44.5 at -110. However, what else would I take in this game? I would also take an alternative line of under 45.5, under 46.5, under 47.5. I just keep taking it. I like it at every single one of these spots. And yes, I will count myself as a loser 5 times over if I miss it 5 times over. I don't skip, I don't cheat and say, oh, I only missed on one ticket. No. I'll miss on all of these, but I like all of these bets. I'm taking the under in this game. Florida, Kentucky, under. Clayton Abner, I'd go with Ayuk. Thanks so much for the question. Just gave out that pick because we hit our live goal a moment ago. Every time we hit our live goal, I'm going to give out a pick. NFL, college football, MLB. So, help us out with our live goal. Fisher Iverson. I'd go Jacoby Myers, actually. Fisher Iverson. I'd go Jacoby Myers. Especially if Jimmy G's going to play, and it sounds like he is. Again, guys, at 25,000 likes, we're going to give out, we're going to do a rapid fire. Junior, I'd go Puka. Junior, I'd go Puka. Thanks so much for using one of our emotes. So cool to see that. That's one of our shirt logos. That's one of our shirts. The Deebo Samuel shirt. So cool to see that, Junior. Thanks so much. Dante, I'd go DJ Moore. Dante, I'd go DJ Moore over Pickens. Isaiah, I would go with Judy. Isaiah Bolin, I'd go with Judy. Justin Hunt, I'd go with... No, I'd rather have Connor and Judy. Justin Hunt, I'd rather have Connor and Judy. Thanks so much for the question, Justin Hunt. I'd rather have Connor and Judy. When we hit our next live goal, we will give out another pick. When we hit our next live goal, we'll give out another pick for you guys. How about this? I'll make it a long ball, long shot of the day. We'll give out a home run pick, so a player we think is going to go yard. How about that? Brandon Jane, I'd rather have Ayuk. I'd rather have Ayuk season long. Justin, I don't think Deebo's going to play. It sounds like it's not going to happen. Nick Singh, I just traded Gibbs and Addison for Jacob and Lockett. I like it, but I'm not crazy about it, actually. If you guys contribute to the show, our moderators are looking for you to answer your question. Again, we're going to give out a home run pick when we hit our next live goal. And when we hit 25,000 likes, we will do a rapid fire. So whether you contribute or not, we'll answer everybody's question at 25,000 likes. Josh Kelly or Jerome Ford. Cody Jones, I'd go Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford. Boom, 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 boom. Appreciate you guys being with us. If you haven't done so already, hit the follow button. We're live every single day on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. That way you never miss our show. We are live every single day. So never miss the show. Make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a follower. Make sure you're a butt fumbler. Anonymous, you're getting us closer to giving out another pick. Anonymous just crushed it. Anonymous was like, screw this. I want to know who Butt Fumble Sports is picking to hit a home run. You know who it is? Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna Jr. rakes against Trevor Williams. Ronald Acuna Jr. rakes against Trevor Williams. He owns this dude. So I'm taking Ronald Acuna Jr. I'm taking him to go yard today. Alex, I'd go with Sanders. Alex, I'd go with Sanders. So I'm taking Ronald Acuna Jr. to go yard, taking that dinger play. You know we love it because we're getting the plus money on it. Plus 330. Plus 330 on this one. I'm taking this one. I've already taken that bet. You could find it on Outlier. If you want all of my, or on the SHARPZ app, if you want all of my bets every single day, just DM me on Instagram. His numbers against Trevor Williams, 2 home runs lifetime in 15 at-bats. He's hitting .467 against them. Rakes against this dude. If I could, I would get hits, runs, and RBIs, but it's set at 2.5. I don't like that. Total bases is set at 1.5. I'd actually take that as well. So another player prop bet that I would do is Ronald Acuna Jr. over 1.5 bases tonight. Ronald Acuna Jr. over 1.5 bases. Getting that at minus 155. Appreciate you so much, Anonymous. Dylan, I'd go with Jacobs. Dylan, I'd go with Jacobs just barely. Appreciate the question. So great having you guys with us every single day. Make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you're a follower of Butt Fumble Sports. Quintero, I'd go Jerick McKinnon. Michael Quintero, I'd go Jerick McKinnon, believe it or not. Dante, Barkley, and Higgins for Adams and Swift. I'd rather have Barkley and Higgins. It's close, though. Jessica Gray, Mostert and JT. Mostert for JT and Moss. I'd rather have JT and Moss. Jessica Gray, I love that trade. JT and Moss, I'll take it. Pedro is Scary Terry, Mostert, and Pitts. Too much for Andrews. Way too much, Pedro. Way too much. You're giving up way too much. Jace, I'd go with DeAndre Swift. Jace, thanks so much for the question. If you guys haven't done so, hit that follow button. At 25,000 likes, we'll do a rapid fire for 10 minutes. At 25,000 likes, we'll do a rapid fire for 10 minutes. Matthew, can we get anything for Montgomery now? You could get a lot. He's the RB1 in that system. Justin Hunt,
David Montgomery or Zach Moss the rest of the season? David Montgomery. The offensive line of that team is amazing. Shane Usher. I would start Kyron Williams and I'd start Mostert. Shane Usher. I'd start Mostert and Kyron Williams. Thanks so much, Anonymous. You're crushing it today, man. Really appreciate the support you're showing the show. Halfway to our live goal. Working our way to another pick. Are we about to give out another pick for everybody? Are we about to do that? Anonymous was just like, kick in the door. Wave in the 4-4. All you heard was, Papa, don't hit me no more. Shout out Biggie. That said, we've got another pick to give out for all you guys. Another bet that I'm going to give out. Let's look at it. Another game pick for you guys. We're going to the Marlins. We're going to the Marlins. I'm taking the Marlins on the money line. I know they just had a brutal night, but I think they're pissed off. I think they're going to play well. I'm taking the Marlins on the money line, everybody. By the way, Mets pulled some shady shit last night with that rain delay and their grounds crew. Did not like what I saw out of the Mets last night. I wish the commissioner had a pair of balls on him, but he doesn't, so nothing will come of it. But that was some shady shit. I have 3 bets still pending that should have cashed because that game is suspended instead of being over. And it was in the 9th inning, like it should have ended. Liz, thanks so much. Yeah, thanks for pinning that. Anonymous, appreciate you so much, Liz. And appreciate you, Anonymous. Landon Wilson. Your team's looking great. I love the team. I think Zeke is a bit of a risk. I think Thielen's a bit of a risk. But I love the team overall. I think it's a really good one, Landon. Mayfield or Fields? I'd go Justin Fields. Yeah, breaks and lottos. That was the most nonsense bullshit thing I've ever seen. And forgive my language, but I thought it was ridiculous. And the fact that Major League Baseball doesn't have the baseballs to just put its foot down and say, hey, Mets, we're going to fine you for what you just did. I thought it was ridiculous. I also thought it's player health and safety. Like, the MLB PA should step in. Like, ridiculous. Hated what I saw. New true. Don't drop Aaron Jones. Okay, folks, we've hit our rapid fire. Moderators, Shane Usher, I'll go Kyle Pitts. Okay, moderators, time out, take a 10-minute break, go get yourself a drink, go enjoy the content. We have hit 25,000 likes. Because we've hit 25,000 likes, we are going to do another rapid fire session. What does that mean for everybody who's watching, who is new to the show? A rapid fire session is if you've contributed, if you're subscribed, or if you are just a viewer, I will answer everybody's questions for 10 minutes. Okay? For 10 minutes. I'm going to set the clock at 5:42. So we're at 5:31 right now. I'm going to talk for a minute or two, get you guys all rambunctious, get you guys excited. It's like a rock star going on stage. I can't go on right at the right time. Got to give it a minute. But then we will go until 5:42 rapid fire. So if you want your question asked, now's the time to get it in. Rapid fire session starting in 5, 4, 3. And we go. Pacheco, Madison, or Sanders. Azon, I'd go Pacheco. Def not Noel. Def not Cole. Def not Cools. All right. Scary Terry, Quentin Johnston, Marvin Mims. For this week, I kind of like Quentin Johnston the most. I think Scary Terry's the safest play, though. Rob, Pittman, T. Higgins, Amari Cooper, Mixon, Ford. Choose one. T. Higgins. If I had to go with one, it's T. Higgins this week. Finn Mason, I'd go Josh Jacobs. I'd go Jacobs over Kyron Williams. Thank you for the question. Rolfin, I'd go Sutton over Thielen. Thanks for the question. Austin, I'd go Ayuk over Jacobs. Coy Boy 12, I'd go Freiermuth. Swift, Tutu, Atwell, or Pickens at the flex. Sharia, Sharia? Sorry, I'm butchering names. Sharia B, I'd go Swift. I'd go Swift. Dell or Javonte? I'd go Javonte Williams. Javonte Williams over Dell. Just Jake, I'd go with Swift. Just Jake, I'd go with Swift over Mixon and Sanders. Swift over Mixon and Sanders. Official Vital Herbs. Official Vital Herbs. Do the Saints beat the Bucks? I'm not betting that game. Jameis Winston, if I had to go in any direction, I might consider the Bucks. The Taylor Swift of fantasy football. Liz, I can't be that good. She's the best. Luis, start Ayuk or Ridley? I'm going to lean slightly towards Ayuk. Luis, I'll lean slightly towards Ayuk, just barely. Nicholas, I'd go Jerome Ford. Nicholas Arza, I'd go Jerome Ford. Ryan's Cause 23. I'd go Swift, and I'd go Stevenson. Swift and Stevenson, I think it's close. Roger, Mostert for Kamara and Cook. I'd rather have Mostert, I think. It's close. Roger, if you're getting Kamara, I do it. No, Kamara and Cook, that's good value. Roger, I do it. Make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you hit that follow button right now. Make sure you're a follower of Butt Fumble Sports. We are live every single day. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that follow button. That way you never miss our show. James McCray, I'd go with Kirk. It's close between Kirk and Pacheco, James. It's very close, but I'll go Kirk. Hockey Junkie, I go Ayuk. Hockey Junkie, I go Ayuk. Jay Johnson, I go Kamara over Mixon. Fridged, I'd go Bijan Robinson. I'd rather have A.J. Brown and Saquon. Fridged, I'd rather have A.J. Brown and Saquon. Nico, I'd go with Christian Kirk and Palmer. I'd go with Christian Kirk and Palmer. Thanks for the question. Tank Dell or Hollywood? I'd go Tank Dell. Andrew Perez, I'd go Ayuk. I'd rather have Ayuk. Raj, I'd rather have Ayuk over Mixon. I'd start Ayuk over Mixon. Connor, Debo is looking like he's going to be out this week, so be careful, Connor. Might be forced into a corner. Justin Holloway, I'm going to lean slightly towards Lockett, just barely over Flowers. I could flip-flop on that all day, though. It's kind of a coin flip for me. Potato. I'd go with Tua over Lamar. K, I'd go with Ford over Dell. William Fenton, I'd go with Thielen, just barely. Iguera, I'd go with Cooper. I'd go with Amari Cooper. We have 6 minutes left of our rapid fire. Make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you're a follower on TikTok, Twitch, Kick, YouTube, no matter the platform. Start Wilson or Scary Terry. Pro Fight 19. I'll start Scary Terry. Thanks for the question. Afro. I'd go Derrick Henry. I'd go Derrick Henry over Algier and Kamara. Carlos, I'd go McLaurin. Connor Scott. If we're looking at defense, I'd rather have the Cowboys defense. I think the Cowboys win on the money line. I think the Patriots might cover, but I got it at an alternative line. Eric Del Sol. I'm going to lean slightly towards Fields, just barely. Justin Holloway. We answered yours. Okay. Burrow or Purdy? Coy Boy 12. I'll go Joe Burrow. I'll go Joe Burrow over Brock Purdy. Appreciate all of those who have hit that follow button. If I've answered your question, make sure you're a follower. Cole K. I'd go Zay Flowers. Mario, I'd go with Sutton. Just barely though. Tua or Lamar, I'd go with Tua over Lamar. Period. I'd go Tua over Lamar. Diogo Dos Santos. Man, I guess Gus, but I don't like either one. Hassan, I'll go with Thielen. Wilbur, I'll go with Mostert and Henry. I'll go Mostert and Henry because I don't know the status of Barkley and he's Monday night. Colin Morgan. I would do that deal. A.J. Brown and Kittle. I'd rather have A.J. Brown and Kittle. Gonzalez, Stafford. Gonzalez 213. I'd go with Stafford. Connor Newman, I would do that trade. I'd rather have Chase and Williams. Newman, I like it. Taylor, I'd go with Addison. Tyler, I'd go with DJ Moore. Kenny Mayers, I'd go with T. Higgins. Kenny Mayers, I'd go Higgins over Puka. Thanks for the question. Judy, Pacheco or Dell. I'll lean slightly towards Pacheco, just barely over Judy, but it's very close. Tutu or Dell. I'll lean towards Tutu, Michael. Michael Soto, I'll lean towards Tutu. Diego, I'm going to go Cortland Sutton. Yep, that's right. I'll go Cortland Sutton because of the matchup. Brant C. Don't do me like that. We're trying so hard to be in our game right now. Damian Lopez, I'd go Rashad White. I hate it, but I'd go Rashad White. J. Poe, I'd go Pickens. Miles, I'd go with Roshan Johnson, believe it or not. Roshan Johnson. Timothy Bailey, I'm going to lean towards Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy over Trevor Lawrence. Appreciate you. We are 3 minutes away from ending this rapid fire, so get those questions in. Colin, I like Zach Moss. Justin Fields over Baker. Najee over Mixon. Collins over Myers in Hollywood. Pittman over Garrett Wilson. Drift 8, I'd go T. Higgins. I'm okay starting Cam Akers this week. I'd probably wait one more week to see what he is. Would you play Puka Nacua or Atwell? I wouldn't play them both. Eric H, I wouldn't play them both. Tyler, I'd go Evans. I'd go Evans over Thomas. I'd go Fields over Baker. Nikhil Joyce, I'd go Fields over Baker. Aiden Murray, I'd go with Derrick Henry. Aiden Murray 3, I'd go Derrick Henry. Connor, I answered yours. Okay. Caden Logan, I'd go Mostert. Elliott, I'd go with Pickens and Flowers. I'd go Pickens and Flowers over Dell. Lethal Jake, I'd go Godwin. I'd go with Godwin. Thanks for the question. Only 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes of rapid fire. Gabe Davis over Tank Dell. Mike, I'd go with Kamara. I'd rather have Kamara. I'd go with Patrick Mahomes. Rise High Adams, I'd go Patrick Mahomes. Said Nunez, I'd go Zeke Elliott, believe it or not. Dixie, I'd go Anthony Richardson. Dixie Normus, I get it, by the way. I'd go Anthony Richardson. JJ, I'd give Cam Akers 1 more week. I want to see what he is before I start him. Asher Ross, I'd go Amari Cooper. User 4509. I drop Hunt. Brady William Hunt, I'd go Brock Purdy. I'd go with Brock Purdy over Lamar Jackson. Omar, I'd go with Joe Burrow. Tommy D, Debo Samuel's banged up, so it might be a forced start with Smith. Final minute of the rapid fire. Yash. I'd go Puka. Formerly known as, I'd go with Anthony Richardson. Colin Morgan, I'd go Derrick Henry. Fridged. I'd go Michael Thomas. Aaron, trade Hawkinson for Jamar Chase. I have Laporta. Aaron, I like it. Okay, guys, rapid fire is over. We just did a rapid fire for 10 minutes. So, when we hit, I'm going to challenge you guys. You guys aren't going to like it. When we hit 50,000 likes, if we get to 50,000 likes, we'll do another 10-minute rapid fire session. So at 50,000 likes, we'll do another rapid fire session. There's a way I can type on here, right? Stickers with text. Next rapid fire at 50K. Next rapid fire. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Next rapid fire is at 50K. And it just went away. So I lost it. I must have thrown it away. By the way, thank you guys so much for helping me out with my live goal. Because we did that, we've got to give out another pick. Because if we're not giving out picks, what are we doing, people? What are we doing? Thank you guys so much for supporting the show the way you do. Again, 25,000 likes. We will do another rapid fire session. Cyclops Daddy, I'd go Ayuk. Cyclops Daddy, I'd go Ayuk. Thanks for the question. Let's give out another pick for everybody. Let's give out another MLB game pick on this one. Okay, next MLB game pick that we're going to be giving out is going to be Reds on the money line. Reds on the money line, everybody. Another MLB game pick that we're giving out. Reds on the money line. -110. So, another pick that we just gave out when we hit our live goal. We'll give out another pick. When we hit 50,000 likes, we're gonna do another rapid fire session. Big challenge for you guys to see if we can get up there. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you're following. Make sure you're subscribing no matter the platform. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. Make sure you're a member of this community. We're live every day. I'm live answering your questions and fantasy questions, sports betting questions every day. So make sure you follow. Jackie T3D. Someone offered Puka, Ford, and Jalen Waddle for Hill. I think you're giving up too much. Jackie T3D, I think you're giving up too much. I wouldn't do it. I think you're giving up too much. Should I replace Thielen for Gabe Davis then? Yes. Yes, I would. Landon Wilson, yes, I would. Anonymous, how can I get your daily picks? I might get tired of spamming all these. Anonymous, DM me on Instagram right now. Anonymous, DM me on Instagram. I will give you the referral code and the link for all of my picks so you can get every bet that I make every day. So guys, we're sponsored by the SHARPZ app. They sponsor our sports betting. The reason actually that I chose to go with them, is because they're a social media app. I place my bets using my sports book. Say I use DraftKings, I place a bet. The bet automatically shows up on SHARPZ. You guys can see it. And then it's like Twitter. You guys can like it, you can dislike it, you can comment on it. I keep track of what people say about my picks. I love it. It's a way for me to interact with you guys, but it also allows you to see every bet that I make every day. So if you want that, DM me on Instagram right now. Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram, I'll hook you up. Justin G, I'd go with Moss and Mostert. Justin G, I would go with Moss and Mostert. Thanks so much for the question, Justin G. Great to be with you. Liz knows what she's talking about. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that follow button. Make sure you guys are with us every single day. Liz knows what's up. We give out picks every day. Fantasy football advice every day. We give out DFS lineups every day. So make sure you guys hit that follow button. That way you never miss a show. You're with us every day. You check out all of our content. Anonymous wants another pick. Guess what he's going to get? He's going to get another one. Ethan Ingram, should I play Lamb or Tank Dell this week? I'd still play CD Lamb. I still play CD Lamb. Anonymous, thank you so much for helping me out with my live goal, Anonymous. Because Anonymous is just crushing it, we're going to give out another pick for you guys. So, another pick's coming your way. Hope you guys are appreciating it. Next pick that we're going to give out, we're going to take the Twins on the money line. Twins on the money line, kind of an obvious one, -185, but you can parlay these all together. So, Anonymous, appreciate you. If you want all of my bets, if you want to see all of my bets every day, make sure you DM me on Instagram, Butt Fumble Sports on Instagram. I'll hook you up. Winter Soldier, I think you're giving up too much. Winter Soldier, I like McLaurin and Pierce. So as much as Swift is going off right now, I think Pierce has long-term value. I wouldn't make that deal. Zay, Tank Dell. Zay, I'd rather have Tank Dell. Long-term, I'd rather have Tank Dell. Josh Palmer might be the better play this week, just barely. But Zay, I'd rather have Tank Dell season long. But if you're asking about this week, Zay, it would be Josh Palmer. Thanks so much for the question, Zay. Thanks so much for the question. Winter Soldier, I'd go Joe Burrow. Winter Soldier, 2001, I'd go Joe Burrow. Thanks for the question. Again, at 50,000 likes, we'll do another rapid fire for 10 minutes. Another rapid fire session at 50,000 likes. We will give out another pick when we hit our live goal. Danny, I'd go Pittman. Danny, I'd go Pittman. ADG. Yeah, I didn't want to tell him, but Danny, I'd go with Pittman. Thanks for the question. Danny, appreciate your support. If you haven't done so, hit that follow button. We're live every single day. You never want to miss a show. By the way, if you're curious about the times, I'm live every weekday at 5 p.m. Eastern. 5 p.m. Eastern every weekday, 10 a.m. Eastern every weekend. So, 5 p.m. Eastern every weekday. By the way, we usually come on early on YouTube, so if you want to come on early and get the personal attention, it's usually better to find us on YouTube. We come on TikTok later. Saquon and Gibbs or Kamara and Diggs? I'd rather have Kamara and Diggs. I'd rather have Kamara and Diggs rest of season, Eagle. Eagle, I'd rather have Kamara and Diggs rest of season. Thanks so much for the question. Really appreciate it. Jeremiah, I would start Calvin Ridley, just barely. Jeremiah, I'd start Calvin Ridley just by a little bit, so I'll lean towards him. Thanks for the question. Thanks for the question. At 50,000 likes, we'll do another rapid fire for 10 minutes. That's where we answer everybody's question. 727 Sammy. 727 Sammy. I'm going to lean towards Nico Collins, just barely. 727 Sammy, I'll lean towards Nico Collins. Thanks for the question. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you are, make sure you're a follower. If you love the content, if you never want to miss a show, make sure you hit that follow button. Jake from State Farm. Do you think me trading Kamara for Gibbs and Hall is good? The answer is yes. I actually kind of like it. I still think Gibbs has value. Call me crazy. Yes, I'm crazy. But I think it's a decent trade, especially as we get into bye weeks. You have that other running back you can go to, so I kind of like it. Thanks for the question, Jake from State Farm. By the way, are they khakis? Ronnie, I'd go with Nico Collins. Ronnie, I'd go Nico Collins. Thanks for the question, Jake. Ronnie, I'd go with Nico Collins. Ronnie Broderick, I'd go Nico Collins. Wonderful to have all of you guys with us every single day. I will be live at 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, answering your college football, NFL, fantasy football questions. Rick, I'd go with Waddle. Rick, I'd go with Waddle over Tutu Atwell. Rick, thank you so much for supporting the show. Great to have you with us. It's so amazing the kind of support that you guys show us every day. It's just awesome. I am so grateful to this community. If you haven't done so already, become a butt fumbler. Hit that follow button. We're live every day. Oh, Liz has a question. We need to answer that. Doteron? Liz, who's Doteron? I don't know who Is it Dotson? Was that supposed to be Dotson? I don't know. Liz, I'm sorry, I'm confused by the question. I don't like Najee. I'll say that. I'm not high on Najee, but Liz. Oh, yeah, Liz. Okay, I'd go. Wow. Liz, it's brutal. I don't like either one. Liz, I'll go Najee Harris, but I don't like it. I really don't. Liz, this is one, too, where you might want to check the weather. If the weather is really sloppy in that Eagles-Commanders game, that might be an answer for you as well. But I'm really on the fence on that. I lean towards Najee, but I don't like it. Anonymous, do you want another pick? Is that what you're saying, Anonymous? We really appreciate you, Anonymous. Thanks so much for supporting the show like you do. By the way, yeah, Anonymous, don't worry. Anonymous, guess what you're getting right now? You're going to get every pick. You're going to get that referral code in that link. So appreciate you contributing to the show. I just saw your message on Instagram. You're going to get that referral code. You can literally follow every bet that I make. There's not one bet that you won't see. It's right there, buddy. Thanks so much for supporting the show like you do. We're almost to our live goal. We're pretty close. One rose away. Thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it. At 50,000 likes, we'll do another rapid fire session, everybody. At 50,000 likes, we'll do another rapid fire session answering your fantasy questions. So, if you want that rapid fire session, tap the like button, tap the screen. 50,000 likes, we'll do that. By the way, Birdman, Nico, thanks so much for following us. We'll get back to those questions. Birdman, I'd go with... Man, you're giving up a lot, Birdman. I don't know if I'd do the trade. I love Mahomes, but you're giving up a lot. It's tough. Kevin, LOL, I'd go Ayuk. Kevin, LOL, I'd go Ayuk. Matthew, I'd go with Sutton. Matthew, I'd go with Sutton. Thanks so much. We hit another live goal. Thanks, guys. Matthew, I'd go with Sutton. Because we hit that live goal, I've got to give out another pick. That's the rule here at Butt Fumble Sports. So, let me give out another one for you guys. Trying to think. Do I want to give out another home run pick? Is that what we're feeling? Do you guys want another dinger? I feel like you do. I feel like you want another player that you think that I think's going to hit a home run. So, I'm going to go with Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon of the Colorado Rockies. I'm going to take him to hit a home run. Ryan McMahon in that game. So Ryan McMahon to go yard is another bet that I'm making. I'll just show you up on the screen while we wait for this to load. Lane, thanks so much for your first gift, buddy. It's so great to have you as a part of the community. So let's look at Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon to hit a home run. Plus 425. Plus 425. So another bet for you guys. Another pick that I just gave out. Ryan McMahon to go yard. Over half a home run. Another bet that we just gave out to say thank you for you guys hitting that live goal. Thank you guys so much. Austin Springer, I'd go with Moss. Austin Springer, I'd go with Moss. Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson, thanks for the gifts. Lane Johnson, I'd go Mostert. Lane Johnson, I'd go with Mostert over Tank Dell. Lane Johnson, thanks so much for the question. Really appreciate you. When we hit 50,000 likes, everybody, 50,000 likes, we will do another rapid fire session. So we're about 10,000 likes away. Tap that screen. Pick up Achan? Yes, I would. I would pick up Achan. Rob, I wouldn't do it. I'd rather have Tyreek Hill. I'd rather have Tyreek Hill. User 207, pick up Achan. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. We will answer everybody's questions when we get to 50,000 likes. A rapid fire session with everybody's questions being answered. So hit that like button. Let's get up to 50,000 likes. For now, we're answering those the questions of those who have contributed to the show, those who subscribe. So, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button. Give a gift. Otherwise, tap that screen like a manimal. When we get up to 50,000 likes, we will do a rapid fire. I'd go Ayuk. Ayuk. User 207, I'd go with Ayuk. Thanks for the question. I'd go Ayuk. By the way, I think I'll do a subscriber-only show tonight. I think I'll do that. So I'll probably go subscriber-only show tonight. So if you guys subscribe, you will get to see my show tonight where I'll answer questions only for subscribers. So if you guys subscribe, you'll get that personal attention tonight. Anonymous is just like, hey, guys, I need picks. User 207, I'd go with Ayuk. User 207, I would go with Ayuk. Thanks for the question. Okay, I'm going to give out another player prop bet on this one. Another player prop bet, Anonymous. Here we go. Another player prop bet. I'm going Austin Riley, and I'm taking over 1.5. I'm going over 1.5 total bases. Austin Riley over 1.5 total bases. Over 1.5 bases for Austin Riley. I think he's going to go deep, but I've already given out a Braves, so that's why I do that. So I'll take that at minus 110. Minus 110. Thanks so much, guys, for supporting the show. Kobe Kessler, I'd go Anthony Richardson. Kobe Kessler, I'd go Anthony Richardson. Kobe, thanks for the question. Guys, we're getting close to, does Tank continue to perform? I think User, he's going to continue to have upside, yes. Salsa, Saul Sanator, I'd go Pickens. Saul, I'd go with Pickens. Yep, Pickens over Davis. Thanks for the question. We're almost to another live goal, guys. Almost to another live goal. Did I prematurely give out Austin Riley? Maybe, but I don't care. One more rose to our live goal. I don't care. I'll give out another pick. Because I just love giving out picks, guys. I'm going to give out another pick. How much value has Dylan lost in fantasy? Huge. Just hit our live goal. Let me give out another pick for you guys. I'm going to take the Rays to cover. Rays plus 1.5, everybody. Rays plus 1.5 is another bet that I'm putting out there. Rays plus 1.5. Right now, I could get Rays plus 1.5 at minus 175. So minus 175. Sorry, minus 178. Rays to cover. Rays plus 1.5. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show the way that you do. Anonymous, really appreciate you. And for all those who helped us get over the top on that, thank you guys so much. It's so wonderful to have you with us every single day. Swift or Mostert, I'm going to lean slightly towards Swift. User 207, I'll lean slightly towards Swift. We have a rapid fire session at 50,000 likes, guys. We are so close to that rapid fire session. Zach, I'd go with Joe Burrow. Zach, I'd go with Joe Burrow. At 50,000 likes, rapid fire session where we answer everybody's questions. The moderators take a break, and for 10 minutes, we answer everybody's question. So if you haven't asked a question and gotten it answered, tap that screen. Let's get up to 50,000 likes, and we will get to your question. Mamba, I would start Ayuk. Mamba, I'd start Ayuk. Thanks so much, Mamba, for your question. Really appreciate it. Anonymous, thanks so much, Anonymous. We appreciate you. Olave or Lamb? User 207, I'd go Lamb. User 207, I would go CD Lamb. It's close, though. Peyton Mill. Oh, Jappy Flores. I was offered Hall for Ford. I'd rather have Ford. I'd rather have Ford long term, believe it or not. Thanks for the question. Okay, 50,000 likes. We did it, guys. Peyton Mill. Peyton Mill, I'd go Collins. Peyton Mill, I'd go Collins. Rob Jackson, I'd go Kamara. Rob Jackson, I'd rather have Kamara. Okay, moderators, time out. Take a break. You're off duty. Moderators, you're off duty. Thank you so much for all the help that you guys have provided. You guys have been great. I want to give a big shout out to our moderators. You guys have done such a phenomenal job helping us out every single day, every single part of our show. So moderators, thank you guys so much. We are so grateful for you helping us out. Kobe, I'd go ETN. Kobe, I'd go ETN. Okay, guys, this is the rapid fire part of the show. I am going to go as fast as I can answering everybody's question. If I answer your question, make sure you hit the follow button. If you like the content and the conversation, make sure you hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or Kick, make sure you hit the follow button. So, if you're with us, make sure you're following, make sure you're a subscriber. We're live every day. Are you guys ready for rapid fire? Yeah, we're ready, yeah. Okay, everybody, we are going to do rapid fire in... And here we go. Peter Pan 2020. Peter Pan 2020, I'd go with Pittman. Peter Pan 2020, I'd go with Pittman. Chase, I'd go Godwin over Dell. Chase, I'd go Godwin over Dell. By the way, we're going to go rapid fire till 6:11, everybody. Until 6:11, so hit that like button. Ask your question. Random Hero 97, I'd go Tank Dell. Random Hero 97, I'd go Tank Dell. J2152. J2152. I'd go Roshan Johnson. I'd go Roshan Johnson. Diamond Decker. I'd go with Geno Smith. Diamond, D-Y-M-O-N Decker. I'd go Geno Smith over Deshaun Watson. El Blanco Zorro. I'd go Sutton. I can't believe it, but I'd go Sutton. User 504, I go Mike Evans. User 504, I go Mike Evans. J21, Rashawn Johnson. Adolf, oh. Wow. That dude's handle was offensive. So I had to block him. Sorry. I'm not doing that. Biffy's picks, I go Joe Burrow. Biff's picks, I go Joe Burrow. Bean, I'd go Godwin. Richard Busby, I'd go Purdy. I'd go with Purdy. Kenton Kissel, I'd go Ayuk. Yeah. Oh, I missed you. It's your boy Luke, I go Tua. I go Tua over Lamar. Stunaman, I go A.J. Brown. I go Brown over Ayuk. Just barely. Chase, I'd go with Pickens. Sawyer, I'd go with Waddle. Duardo, I'd go Ford. Duardo, I'd go Ford. D, I'd go with Zay Flowers, and I'd go Thomas. Flowers and Thomas. Nick Wilson, how do you feel about Aaron Jones after a good week one, then an injury? Bad. He's going to be fine. Long term, he still has value. I'm not giving up on him just yet, so I'm not giving up on Aaron Jones yet. Kyron Williams or Josh Jacobs? Ryan, I'd go Josh Jacobs. Ryan, I'd go Josh Jacobs. Knockdown Nico, I'd go DJ Moore. Knockdown Nico, I'd go DJ Moore. Israel Martinez, I'd go Zeke Elliott. Israel Martinez, I'd go Zeke Elliott. User 9654, I'd go Pacheco. User 9654, I'd go Pacheco. JL Sports Fan, I'd go with Addison. Upside, I actually think Myers has the greatest upside potentially. So if you're looking for high upside, it might be Myers, but I'm going to lean towards Addison, I think. Lamar or Tua, I'd go Tua. Oh, answered it. Charlie Page, I'd go Thielen. Charlie Page, I'd go Thielen. Palmer or Kirk, I'd go Christian Kirk over Palmer. Christian Kirk over Palmer. We're rapid fire right now, everybody. Rapid fire. Dante, I'd go Brown over Achan. Brown over Achan. T. Lopish, I'd go Burrow. T. Lopish, I'd go Burrow over Lamar Jackson. Sean McCarthy, I'd go Jerry Jeudy. Sean McCarthy, I'd go Jerry Jeudy. Colby, I'd go Roshan Johnson. FCD, I'd go Waddle over Jacobs. FCD, I'd go Waddle over Jacobs. Jansen 7, I'd go Brandon Ayuk. Jansen 7, Brandon Ayuk. Jason. Swift. Jason Gagliano, I'd go with Swift. Do I start Derrick Henry and Sutton for Jacobs and Tutu? Yes. I'd start Henry and Sutton. I don't know Brodsky. I'd go with Henry and Sutton. Yep. Matthew Quinn, I'd start Warren. Eduardo, I'd start Swift. Snick at night. I'd go Kirk Cousins. I'm going to lean slightly towards, nope, I take it back. Snick at night, I'm going to go with Josh Allen. I actually think he might put up more points, especially on the ground as well. Jamie, I'd go Ayuk and DJ Moore over Tank Dell. Levy Zimmerman. Is it Levi or Levy? Anyways, Josh Jacobs over Achan. Kyle, I'd go with Trevor Lawrence over Stroud. Tart, I'd go with Waddle. Stunaman, we answered you. Got you. Okay. C. Parsons, I'd go with Sutton. 020, I'd go with Sutton. Jake Neal, I'd go with Thielen. Cole, I'd go with Swift just barely. James St. John, I'd go Devontae Smith. Yo mama's big toe, I would rather have A.J. Brown and Gibbs. Hunter Bennett, I'd go with Tank Dell. Akuma 3, I'll go Christian Kirk. Nathan Sayan, I'd go Kamara over Acham. K Christian 69, I'd go with Derrick Henry. I'd go Henry. User 69, I'd go Ayuk. I'd go Ayuk over Jacoby Myers. Trade Gibbs. Smokers, jokers, I'm keeping him in my leagues. I'm not giving up on him just yet. Rob, I'd go Fields over Daniel Jones. Cole, I'd go with Swift just barely. Isaac, I'd go Mostert and Henry. Over Cook and Mixon. If I'm answering your question, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you're a follower. I'm live every single day, so make sure you hit that follow button today. We are live every single day. Thielen or Johnston? I'll go Thielen this week. Quentin Johnston, long-term Adrian. Adrian Perez, I hope you're enjoying your time in Mexico. I'd go Thielen this week. Johnston the rest of the year. Birdman, I'd go Devontae Smith. I'd rather have Devontae Smith.
Nico stepped away for a second. Any thoughts on Twins and Rockies? No run in the first inning. Twins, Rockies, no run in the first inning. I'd rather have the run in the first inning. I think there will be a run in the first inning. Nico, I think there will be a run in the first inning. Kevin, LOL, I'd go Ayuk. Kevin, LOL, I'd go Ayuk. Laporta and Akers for James Conner. Saul, I'd rather have Laporta and Akers. I'd rather have Laporta and Akers. JC Forrest, I'll go Pacheco at the flex. JC Forrest, I'll go Pacheco at the flex. 3 minutes left of our rapid fire, everybody. 3 minutes left of rapid fire. Dart, I'll go Tutu. Tart, I'll go Tutu. Jacob Wolf, I'll go Pierce. Jacob Wolf, I'll go Pierce. Skywalker, I go Josh Jacobs. Jamie, I'd go Moore and I'd go Ayuk. Moore and Ayuk, Jamie. Sand Sifter, I'd go Bourne. Sand Sifter, I'd go Kendrick Bourne. Trevor Todd, I'd go Christian Kirk. Code in 3, I'd go Tua. Code in 3, I'd go Tua. T. Lopish, I'd go... Wow. T. Lopish, I'll go Jacoby Myers. T. Lopish, I'll go Jacoby Myers. Alonzo Perez, I'll go Addison. Alonzo Perez, I'll go Addison just barely. George Cook, I'd rather have Christian Kirk and Jake Ferguson. George Cook, I'd rather have Christian Kirk and Jake Ferguson. Etienne or Jacobs. Dylan, it's a coin flip for me. I might lean towards Etienne. JJ Soto. I'd go Derrick Henry. JJ Soto, I'd go Derrick Henry. Why do IE? I'd go Sutton. Godwin or Dell, I'd go Godwin. Shaw, I'd go... Shaw, it's a fair trade. I don't know if you're getting the better of it, but it's a fair trade. Skywalker, Allen. Evan, I'd go with Kamara. Evan Franson, I'd go Kamara. Alex Tucker, I'm going to lean towards DJ Moore. Alex Tucker, I'll go DJ Moore. Oh, Sal, I get it. Robert, I'd go Mark Andrews. Sean, I'm going to lean slightly towards Jerome Ford, Sean, just barely. Jerome Ford. Cassie, I'd go Roshan Johnson. Final minute of rapid fire. Jesse Cohen, I'd go Ford. Craig Settle, I'd go Mahomes. TikToker, I'd go Connor. Over Mixon and Cook. Thanks for the question. Colby, I'd go Waddle over Pittman. I'll go Waddle over Pittman. Appreciate the question. Whew. 1 more minute. Smokers, Jokers, I'll go Nico Collins. Jesse Cohen, I'd go Ford. Caesar, I'd go Watson over Stroud. Amy Long, thanks so much for contributing to the show. Team Yalima, I'd go Thielen. Moss or Swift, I'll go Swift. Javante or Najee, I'll go Javante. Judy or Higgins, I'll go Higgins, Tony. Swift or Lockett, I'll go Swift, LAD18. I'll go Swift. Jack, I'm going to lean slightly towards Lockett, but I don't feel great about it. Michael, I go Josh Palmer. Riley, I'd go Javante Williams. Murph Daddy, I'd go Moss. Colby Lemons, I'd go Kamara. Witt, I'd go Lockett and Palmer. James Stevens, I'd go Higgins and Lamb. I don't feel great about it, though. Okay, that was our rapid fire. Woohoo! That went quick. That was fun. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you hit that follow button, everybody. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. We are live every day. If you're watching right now, hit that follow button. I am live every single day, and I will be live later tonight. So if you want to ask more questions, make sure you hit that follow button. Andrew, I'd rather have Waddle. Andrew, I'd go with Waddle. Thanks for the question. Moderators, you're right at it. Andrew, I'd go with Waddle. Thanks for the question. We will do a subscriber-only show later tonight, so if you guys are subscribers on TikTok, you'll be able to ask questions on that show. We will also have a show tomorrow at 10 a.m. And Sunday might be even earlier with that London game.
Hunter, I'd rather have Trevor Lawrence. Hunter, I'd start Trevor Lawrence this week. Hunter, thanks for the question. Again, guys, we will have our pregame show for college football tomorrow at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So if you do want to get in on our fantasy football advice, sports betting advice, everything, make sure you hit us up at 10 a.m. tomorrow, everybody. 10 a.m. Eastern time. By the way, if you want all of my bets every single day, just DM me on Instagram. All of my bets every single day. Just DM me on Instagram. What time for subs only? Subscribers only might be at like 10 p.m., maybe 11. So 10, 11 o'clock tonight will be subscribers only. So Sal, if you guys are subscribers, if you guys subscribe, make sure you're with us maybe 10, 11 o'clock tonight Eastern time. I'll answer your questions just for subscribers. Okay, guys, that's going to be our show for today. Kind of a bit of a shorter show, but it's a Friday night. I got to go take the girlfriend out. So with that said, I hope you guys are with us later tonight. By the way, Cam, so happy it cashed for you. Cam, so happy it cashed. If you guys are subscribers on TikTok, we will be live later tonight. So make sure you guys subscribe now if you haven't done so already. Otherwise, hit the follow button, everybody. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Make sure you hit that follow button. We are live every single day. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the follow button. Hit that follow button right now. We will be live later tonight. We will be live tomorrow morning. We will be live Sunday morning. In fact, we're live every day. There is not one day of the year that we're not live. So make sure you hit that live button, hit that follow button rather. Make sure if you're watching on TikTok, make sure you hit the follow button. Make sure you're a member of this community. If you haven't done so, can't wait to see you at our next show, especially for all those followers. If you are watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, thank you guys so much for being with us today. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I am so grateful to every one of you. You guys have no idea how grateful I am. You guys are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To our moderators, Liz, to our moderators, you guys are awesome. You make the show go so much smoother. Our shows have been so much better since our moderators started being a part of the show. You guys keep it going smooth, safe, easy. You make my life better. You make the show better for our viewers. So moderators, big, big heart out to you. Big show of love. Thank you guys so, so much. I am so, so grateful for you guys making the show better. To all of our viewers, thank you. I wouldn't have a company. I wouldn't have a network. I wouldn't have something to do every day if not for you guys. You guys are the best. You allow me to talk sports with you guys, and I am so, so grateful. We're going to be live later tonight for subscribers. For everybody else, make sure you hit that follow button because we are live tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Eastern. 10 a.m. Eastern. We are live tomorrow morning for our pregame show for college football. So hit that follow button, everybody, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, everybody. 10 a.m. Eastern. I will see you guys. Until then, have a great night, everybody. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. And I hope you have a wonderful night, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you either later tonight or tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.